Hello everyone, welcome to this webinar. So we'll wait for a few minutes, 2-3 minutes maybe before we actually start the webinar. We'll just give some more time for the attendees to join. I can see a good number of people have joined. Just we'll give another minute or so before we start the webinar. Thank you guys for joining. Okay, I think we will start now. Quite a number of people have joined, so I think it's better we start now. So, hello everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. And great to see you all here. I hope everyone is doing fine and are safe at home along with all your family members. Difficult times going on right now. So I would like to thank each one of you for making time to participate in today's webinar. I am Manish Pahiti. I head the delivery team for testing automation here at SOIS. And I'm really excited to be hosting this session today. As you know, the topic for today is process versioning feature or WorkSoft Certify 11. So WorkSoft Certify 11 has got many new features, and one of them is process versioning. Using this feature, you can create a copy of any process in the same database, generate compare report between the old and the new version of the process, restore the old process, and undelete a process if required. All of these would be covered in today's webinar. So now I'd like to introduce today's speaker, Prasenjit Pal. Prasenjit Pal is currently working as team leader at SOIS. He's a BSc Computer Science graduate from Calcutta University. He has done 10+ years of experience and has worked extensively in multiple test automation projects using WorkSoft Certify. So before I hand over the mic to Prasenjit, I have a few housekeeping items to cover. First is we are recording today's webinar, and this will be made available to you all in 2 to 3 days time. We will send the link to access the recording. We will send it by email. So next, we would love to hear from you during today's presentation. If you have any question for our speaker, please feel free to send it through the question and answer section, which is available at the bottom of your player. So we will be answering questions at the end of the session. If we don't get to your question during today's webinar, we will be sure to follow up afterwards. And at the end, I would like to encourage you to share the recorded webinar whenever you receive the recording. Share it with your friends and colleagues. Yes, that will be really helpful. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Without any further delay, I would like to welcome Prasenjit. Prasenjit, now over to you.
Thank you, Manish. Hello, everyone. Very good morning to everyone. I hope all you are good in this situation. And thank you to joining this session. Today's topic is process versioning features of WorkSoft Certify 11. Before starting that, we all are familiar to that word version, right? Actually, in version word, we used to hear that word in whenever we are installing any application or software, used to hear this word. I mean, this version. Like when we used to work in 1 year before, we used to work in WorkSoft Certify 10. Now we are working in WorkSoft Certify 11. So this number 10, 11, that is actually the version of the application. So whenever we are thinking about the version, first thing we know that in new version, definitely something new will come, some upgrade will come. So that is actually we familiar about the version word. And in process versioning, also it is similar. Like whenever we will create a process version, we'll create for new things, for new upgradation, means we want to update something in our process. We want to modify something in our process. So before modifying, we we'll create a version of a process, then we'll modify. Then what we can do with that version, we can compare, we can take a backup of the process. We can, if you are not happy with your modification, you can again that restore the old version of the process, or you can undelete a process. So in this session, we'll go through this kind of things, like how to create a process and how to generate a compare report, restore a process, these kind of things. So, and I will show the demo definitely, how to create these things and how to work with the process versioning. So today's, now come to the today's agenda. First we'll discuss the what is process versioning. After that we'll discuss why and when it is required. Then we'll discuss on how to create and use it. How to create and use it, I will show the demo with particular process. And most important, like whenever we are talking about that, it is a kind of backup, right? Creating version of a process, it is kind of backup. So we are also familiar, like process export also, this kind of things. With process export, we are used to take the backup of a process. So how it is different from the process export, so that we will discuss in this session. Then let's see, you will see the what is the process versioning. So in process versioning, we can take a snapshot of the process in development by creating a process version in the Workshop Certify. So basically, when we are creating a process version of a process, it will just take a snapshot or just a simple step-by-step copy of the process, and it will store in the same database. Wherever that process is there, it will store in the same database. It will make another copy of that process. By creating process version, we'll preserve the process while developing and working on it. That means actually we are just taking a backup of the process, and we'll storing our database. In future, if required, we can use that version for our purpose. Maybe you want to change the modification, maybe you want to don't want that, or you want to just show the reports where was the previous things, now what is the changes you want to, like that, we can do that like it. And whenever we are creating a process version, so one thing it will come in mind, how many version we can create of the process, right? So creating process version, we can create a multiple version of the process. Let's see, we are working suppose we are working a maintenance project. Already project sign up by the business client. After that, keep modification is coming because of end user requirement change, or maybe the application version changed, the functionality changed. So each and every time new modification modification are coming, and we need to change our process according that business requirement, whatever is coming down. So let's see, today one new requirement came. So I create a version and modify the current version and preserve the old version. Next day, after 2 days or 3 days, again on that process, functionality change or business requirement, new business requirement came. Then we need to again modify that process. So then we'll create another version of the process, because this is, see, the first version already preserved. After that, we modified something on that process. Now on that modification, we need another modification. So what we can do, we can create another version of the process, and we can preserve that version also. So this is a process version. actually we can just storing we can create a backup, and we can create a multiple time, and we can use our different purpose that we will see in later next slide, where we can use that version and how we can use that things. So next slide will be, next slide is why and when it is required. So first point is taking a backup of the process. So whenever we are working some project, and basically if it is a maintenance type of project, so there, whenever we are modifying a process, sometimes we are thinking if their backup should be there, because we are working in team. So let's see, we are working in team, 2-3 people are working in the same project, and some guy modify some process. After that, another guy changed something, and that was not required. So that time we are thinking if there is a backup, then we can rectify that unwanted modification, right? So if there is a backup, then we can do that things. So before this process versioning features, we used to take a backup like save as a process. But what we'll do, that 2 different process will be there in the system. But in process version, whenever we are taking a backup, in database, it will be the 2 different process, but in system, it will show as a different version. And whenever, see, like we, for a sub process, we create a version, and that sub process used in 10 different end-to-end process. So if I create a version, then the current version definitely used for the every process. But whenever we are doing save as, there will be the problem. If we doing some save as and taking backup, there might be some mismatch with the process end-to-end process calling. So this is actually benefit of taking backup with the process version. Next point is generating the compare report. Prashant, I'll take your question after this session. When question is around, I'll take a question. Just give some time to complete this session. So now is point the generating compare report. Generating compare report means, say, sometime we are working some modification project, and client says that previously it was like that, and we modify like this way. So client want to know that what was the difference between that 2 process, where we change that report, where the extra logic or extra modification they want to see. So that time, if there is no backup or no process version, we cannot generate any compare report, and we cannot show the client. So process was previously like this, now is this, as per the requirement, right? So this generating compare report, actually basically we can compare the older version of the process, any of the older version with the current version of the process. And we can easily rectify wherever the changes, we change wherever the modifications, and what as the new logic came and which logic already removed, we can rectify from there with the generating compare report. And also from generating compare report, if you are not happy with some modification, you want the old modification, you can step by step march that step also in your current version process. Next is restoring the old version of the process. Let's say we are modifying some process, and that modification, after some days, client that we need, no need that modification, we need that older version of the process. So if you are not creating the version, then you modify the process. Now is client want the old version of the process as per the old requirement. Then you have to again modify that process to make that as it make it as old version. But if I create a version of the process and using restore old version of the process features, we can easily, with a 1 minute, we can restore the whole old process into our current version and use it as a current version. Next point is undeleted process. Undeleted process means that by mistake you delete a process, or client said that this process is not required right now, so you can delete that process. So we are just right click on that process, we delete that process. Right? Whenever we are deleting on process, that will be removed from the system. So after some days, client said that no, this process is required. I need that old process. Then you already deleted that process. What you will do? We have to create again that process. But with process versioning and version workshop version 11, they give whenever we are deleting a process, it will automatically create a version of that deleted process in the change history. What we need to do, we need to log in with the administrator login, where is the change history option will be enabled. We have to go to the change history. We have to click on the deleted version of the process, and again we can restore the whole process, deleted process, in our workshop certify and use it for future purpose. So that is actually undeleted process. Whenever we are by mistakenly, or maybe currently client is not required that process, so we delete a process, but after some days we want that process, so we can do that thing with undelete option of the process versioning. Now is how to create and use it. I will show the demo. Just give me a minute. I will share my certify screen. And before that, what we will see in this demo section, we will see the following things. We will see how to create a process version. Next, comparing process version to the current version. And here we'll see the March inside the compare report. After that, we'll see the restoring process version. Then we'll see the undeleting a process version. And we'll see how to, if we see we are creating multiple version of the process. If you want to delete any version, if you think that is not required, you can easily delete that particular version also. We'll see that in this demo. Am I visible, guys? Are you see my certify screen?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So I'm just, I have some sample process. In that integration, I have a project like demo project. Inside that, I've created some process. One is arithmetic operation. If I click on the arithmetic operation, and in the process detail, previously it was like 4 tabs: details, step, link requirement, and attribute. In Certify 11, if you click, there will be another tab that is called version. So whenever we will create a version, all the version will be visible inside the version tab. So first point is how to create a process version. You have to go to your process, which one you want to create a version. Just right click on that process, and you will get the create versions option. Just click on the create version option. You have to give the some version comment, like I am giving demo 1, and click on OK. When you click on the OK, that inside the version tab, you'll find one row with that comment demo 1. This is actually, this demo 1, actually your older version of the process. This is actually the backup copy of the process. And this arithmetic operation, which is currently select, this is your current version of the process. So you cannot call your older version process to any end-to-end, or you want to use your older version of the process, then you have to restore that. Otherwise, you cannot use that older version, because only the current version will be available for use. And older version will be applicable, like compare, restoring, undeleted, and deleting things we can do with the older version. So let's see, we'll generate compare report. Now we just create a backup copy of this process arithmetic operation, and I want to generate the compare report. So when you want to generate the compare report, you have to go to the older version process and right click on the older version process, and there will get the option compare version to the current. So you have to click on the compare version to current. Then it compare report will generate. You can see that this version is older version 1, demo 1, and your current version is this. So in the compare report, what we'll get, we can compare the process properties. In the process properties, you know that process name, description, record set mode, process status, and project details. All the things will come inside the process properties, and we can compare the attribute of the process, whatever attribute you set in your process, that we can compare in here also, and step of the process, whatever step will be that process, that we can compare. Here is the both the process have same number of steps. We can see that, easily can see this compare report. Both process have same number of steps. Okay. Now I'm modifying something in the current version. Just I'm opening the current version of the process. In the step, I'm just deleting some step. See, I'm just deleting these three step which is highlighted. One is calling multiplication step, multiplication process. One is calling division process, and another step is the exit process. I'm just deleting, right click and delete these steps. So now I want to see the compare report. So again, I have to go to the older version of the process, right click and compare the version with the current process. See, you guys can see that this is the old version process which have the calling function, calling step of the multiplication subprocess, calling step of the division subprocess, and the exit process step. But in the right hand side, in the current version, you can see that there is a none, none, none for 3 steps, right? So this is, you can easily compare that. This previously it was like that, and now is processed like this with that compare report. I show it is in process state. Let's see, we'll change something in the process attribute. So I have only that process type in my process, currently process attribute. So in there, process type is the process. Just in current version, I'm changing it as a sub process and saving it. And closing the process. Again, I am generating the report. See, now if I go to the attribute of the process, if I open, see, in older version, process type is the process. In current version, process type is the sub process. So easily we can see the changes of the attribute also in that compare report. Now we'll change something in the process properties. Like, let's see, I'll open that process, current version process, and I'm add some description. This is a demo process. I add one line in the process description, and I'm saving it. Clicking, closing that. After that, I'm clicking on the older version of the process and again comparing the report. Now I can click on the process properties and we can see the changes of the description. You can see that in older version description was the demo process, and in current version demo process, this is a demo process, which is just now I added this line, which is reflecting in the current version, right? Let's see, we want to merge some step or merge something from older version to current version or current version to older version. Here we remove the 3 step, right? One calling step of multiplication, calling step of the division, and exit process. I want to just add that multiplication calling step to in my current process as per our requirement. I want to just call that step only, not other step. So what I can do the merge in the compare report. If you click on the merge, there will be option which you want to merge. See here it is showing that all the thing you will merge. So I want to just merge the multiplication steps, which is not here in the current version. So I'm just uncheck that division step and the exit process step. Then I'm clicking on the save. It already saved. If I click on the current version of the process, you can see that multiplication step is there, right? Multiplication step is there. And if I generate again compare report, so you will see that only division step and exit step is none, and multiplication step is already updated in the current version. So through this, we can update step by step, means not all the process we want to restore. We want to restore some steps, we want to restore some things. So we can do like that way by merge in the compare report. If you want to just restore some steps of the process, not whole of the process. So next thing I will discuss on the restoring version. Restoring version means you want to restore whole of the process. Whatever was the old version, we want to restore in the current version, and then we can use the restore version option. So for restore version, you have to click on the older version process and just click on the restore process. If you click on the restore process, it will ask for the restore. Just click on the OK. Then process will restore. We can open our current version of the process and check that is restore or not. See that multiplication step also there, division step also there, and exit process also step also there. And you can generate a compare report and again check that things. And all the steps exist, and in attribute also, previously it was process, and now it is after restore, it is become again a process. And also in the process properties, older description was the demo process, and after restore the current description also the demo process. So this is, guys, was the restoring process. Now we can delete a process version. Just let's see this process. I am creating another version of this process like demo 2. So I have 2 version of this process. I don't want the demo 1 version. So I can just right click on that demo 1 version and just delete that. I can delete that version. It will delete from the version list. So this was the deleting version from the certify of any process. Now it's come to the undeleted process. Undeleted process means we are deleting the current version of the process. Let's say I'm that arithmetic operation. I don't want this process. Just I'm just deleting this process. I'm right click on this process and click on the delete. What will happen? This process will delete, and that process will not be available now. So I want to again restore that deleted process, which is I deleted. For that, we have to log in with the administrator login. I'm currently logging with the administrator, so I can access the change history things. So just click on the tools, go to the change history. You'll find the change history. Whatever you changes, the all will reflect in the change history, and you can also search by like last time frame, last 7 days, last 30 days, and other you can give and search that particular process. If you just so we want to restore the deleted version of the process. See, in that change history, you'll find that there will be automatically create a version for the arithmetic operation which is deleted recently. And one step will be that delete process step. So if you want to restore the delete process, you have to right click on the delete step and you can restore that process. Just click on the restore process, it will restore again in the certified. But when it is restoring that process, it will restore in the parent folder. You can see that it is restored in the parent folder. So if you want to see this process in different folder, just right click and cut this process and paste it to your required field, required folder. So this was the undeleted process, how we can do the undelete of a process. And after undelete, you will not get the version of the process. If you delete a process, the whatever version you created, that version will not be available. So if you want to create a version, you can just use how to create a version steps, and you can create a new version of that process. That was actually the demo of the how to create a process version and how we can use that process version. So this was actually a demo of this process version. Next slide will come how it is differed from the process export. So for that, just let me share the presentations. So already we see that how to create and use it. Next step is how it is different from the process export. We know already process export. If you don't know also, I can tell that what is the process export. See, before process export, what was the process version, we just already seen about some practical things in process version, some theoretical portion. So that this is actually summarized things of the process version. It create a copy of the process state and no dependency are gathered. No dependency are gathered means, see, like whenever we are creating a process version, it will not take a copy of the any other things. Like if you are using any record set, layout record set, it will not take a backup of the record set and layout. It only take the backup of the process step only and process related things. And it will not take any backup of the whatever object are used, whatever applications are used, that will not, it will not take a backup of that things with the process version. And it will store in the same certified database. Means wherever we whenever we are creating a process, the process will store a particular database, and if you create a version, the version will definitely store in the same database. And with the process version, we can just use restore previous version, undeleted process, and compare the generate the compare report of the process version. But what we can do with the process export? With process export, we can export the process, multiple process and folder also. Means with the process export, we can export a particular process. Again, we can export a multiple process, and also we can export the folder level. If you want to whole folder, like I want to export my integration folder, we can export that things. Whenever we are doing the export of a process, it will export all the dependency of that process. If that process have any record set layout, that will definitely export with the process, and object, folder structure, application version, everything will be export. And whenever we are exporting something, it will store in the zip folder of JSON file and manifest file. And for export, where we can use that export process, we can import that is in different project, different database, and to update or create a new projects with the process export. That is actually the difference between process version and process export. So that's all for this session. Now I'll come to the question answer section. If you guys have any question, then you can unmute yourself and ask me questions.
Yeah, thanks, Prasenjit. Thanks for your detailed presentation on process versioning. So I would now request, if you guys have questions, please send it through chat or question answer section. I think Prashant had raised hands earlier. If you have any question, please send your question to us through chat section or the question answer section. You will see that on the bottom, the buttons of the player, you will see those sections. So please send your questions through chat. Okay. So, Prasenjit, can you read the question? Prashant's question is, process versioning is still a manual process. Is there a way to make it automatic?
Means you want to automate this step, right? Prashant? Prashant, can you unmute yourself and can you?
No, so I think the mute, it is muted for all the participants. So that control is not there. So he has asked, I think he's asking whether process versioning can be automated. I guess since this is a need basis thing, because you want to control this, so it has to be manual only, like, how you develop scripts, it is all manual. So it is not automatic. So it is on the basis of what is your requirement. When you want to create a version, that intelligence is there with the developer. So that is a need-based kind of requirement. There is an option of creating a version, but it cannot be automatic because
it is a part of the certify. Then you have to automate the workshop certify also. If you want to automate that process version, so workshop certify tools we are using for the automations. So this is one kind of features of the workshop certify. So with that features we can use for different purpose. And this is actually this option for the whoever creating a process, means whoever the or developer of the process, and for them its features is coming. This is not for the end user features. End user can only see that, means if you provide the report of the process, then end user can take that. Otherwise, end user cannot take anything, because these all the features for the certified developer. I think Prashant, you got.
Yeah, I think here's a follow-up question. If version 1 has been used at multiple scripts and there is a new version gets create like version 2, will the other script will get impacted due to the version changes? So,
yeah,
Prasenjit,
yeah,
you can answer this question.
Yes, whenever we are creating a process version, the older version will take as a backup. That will not use anywhere. That will only the current version of the process will be used in different places. See, let's see, I have a process which process is used in 10 different end-to-end process. Now I created a version of a process. That version will not use for the end-to-end. That version will use as a backup. The current version of the process will use everywhere. So next time, if you create another version of the process, that will become a version of the process. So whatever is the current version, that will be used in end-to-end, not the version will use end-to-end.
Which means, if you have multiple versions of a process, only one version, which is the current version, can be used for execution. The other versions are that those versions will just act like a backup. You cannot have two versions used in different places. So it is the only current version which can be used. Only thing is that you can restore. I mean, you can make the older version as current if you want to use that. Otherwise, it is only the current version. So those older versions are just backups which can be used whenever there is a requirement. I hope that is clear, Prashant. If you have any follow-up question, you can send. So I have one more question from Shravanti. The question is, while exporting a process, along with the process dependencies will also get exported. So variables associated with the process will also get exported. So when we will import this exported process again to Certify, will there be duplicate of variables in Certify? So Prasenjit, have you understood the question?
Yes. Actually, I never got in that process export and import, so I didn't experience these kind of things. I'll do these things. I'll follow up this question with Shravanti, because
okay.
I never.
So you can you can respond to this later. Maybe you can Shravanti, you can send an email to us, and this can be responded at a later point. Okay, so I think follow-up question from Prashant. Okay, to conclude, only the latest version will be updated at all the other locations wherever the script has been used. So it's typically like modifying the existing component. We need to make sure other scripts are not impacted to the version changes. Yeah, I think you are right. Latest version, which is called as current version, that is the one which is being used everywhere. All other versions are just backups. So they are not, so only one version is being used.
Yes.
Right, Prasenjit?
Yes. Only the current version will be used everywhere. See, if you are changing for particular one, means for one end-to-end, you are changing something, then make sure you, for other process, you have to use some logic to execute that process. Version will not use like that. For one end-to-end, you are using one version. For other end-to-end, you are using different version. That is till now Certify is not giving that kind of any options.
Okay. Any more questions from anyone? Please use question and answer section or chat. we'll probably just wait for another minute or so, and then we'll wind up. Okay, it looks like there are no further questions right now. One question of Shravanti is pending that I think can be answered. Please send, if you have still questions, please send in your questions over email. You can send your questions to contact us at sois.com. Simple, I'll just repeat, contact us at sois.com. Also, we are going to send the recording of this webinar in a couple of days' time to all of you. Thank you very much for joining. Have a great day.
Thanks, everyone.